from dog tags to diapers, the Big Apple to the Rocky Mountains. It's been a journey, working towards an unclear destination, until I arrived at UCCS. With a community that matched my level of commitment, I was able to build relationships that supported the pursuit of my possibilities. Fast forward, and 1 degree later, I can say that thanks to UCCS, it wasn't a matter of if I'd succeed, it was a matter of when.
The legacy began in 1973. That was the year NCAA Division II was born. And since the very first day, our division has shaped generations of student athletes with a true sense of academics, athletics, and community. That is 5 decades of graduations, championships, teamwork, and personal development. 50 years of shaping student athletes into world-class leaders. NCAA Division II. Our division, our legacy.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
The majestic mountain lion, one of nature's most powerful predators. Primarily indigenous to the Americas, this big cat is known to make its home just about anywhere. Although most consider them to be solitary in nature, these big cats actually show advanced social intelligence. This cat is known to be territorial, and as such will fiercely defend its territory from other big cats, employing a blend of power and stealth. Except during courtship. UCCS, find your inner mountain lion.
Picking the right college is key. And with one-on-one attention and hands-on experience, UCCS fuels success.
I wanted more than a degree.
So with innovative courses and affordable tuition,
UCCS fuels success.
Apply today at uccs.edu.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
The majestic mountain lion, the perfect combination of size and deadly agility. This big cat is capable of speeds of 40 to 50 miles per hour, when properly motivated. UCCS, find your inner mountain lion.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Necessity is the mother of invention, but innovation as a whole, that's what drives disruption. And that's what drove UCCS and me to create the Bachelor of Innovation, the only degree of its kind in the world that takes students from the classroom to real scenarios that have real impact. With the Bachelor of Innovation serving students across 22 majors, I can say that with the support of UCCS, it wasn't a matter of if we'd succeed, it was a matter of when.
I'm ARMAC Commissioner Chris Graham. Our 15-member institutions continue to bring you free ARMAC Network webcasts. Our goal is to deliver quality video to promote the performances and achievements of our student athletes. The promotion, production, and delivery of these events requires funding. While regular season webcasting remains free, beginning this year, our league shall charge a nominal fee for viewers of our championships and tournaments. Please follow the information below, including Huddle and ARMAC Network contacts should you need any assistance in the postseason. Thank you for supporting the ARMAC Network.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome into a very crisp Mountain Lion Park as we get set for our Day 2 doubleheader of this series between the UCCS Mountain Lions and Colorado Mesa University Mavericks. My name's Jake Ross. I'll be along with you all day today, and we hope that you are staying home and staying warm. But if you do want to come out and brave the weather with us, there's plenty of room out here at Mountain Lion Park for Game 2 of this series between the Mountain Lions and Mavericks. We'll get you some starting lineups to start things off. And we'll begin first with the offensive lineup for Colorado Mesa. Robert Sherrar will lead things off as he did yesterday out in center field. Paul Schoenfeld out in left field. He's batting second. Max Valdez behind the plate batting third, with Christos Stefanos doing the designated hitting, in the cleanup spot. TJ Ream at shortstop batting fifth, with Jonathan Gonzalez at second base in the sixth hole. Brent Renteria in right batting seventh, with Caleb Thomason at third and Braden Wingett at first to round out the lineup at 8 and 9. For the Mavericks, it will be Cole Seward on the mound. We will get to him in the bottom half of the inning, but first we'll have the Mountain Lions playing defense first, led by Colton Trudeau out on the mound. The transfer coming into the Mountain Lions program this year has been very solid on the mound as he has taken over that Day 2 first game starter position. And he brings with him a 6.20 earned run average, but I do not believe that that is reflective of how effective he has been so far. He has the second most wins on the Mountain Lions squad with a 2-2 record. He has made 7 appearances overall. This will be his 6th start of the year on the mound for UCCS. A little bit of a delay before we got started here, as we were originally scheduled to get underway at 12 o'clock noon. But here we are about an hour and a half later, and we are set for first pitch as Robert Sherrar is ready and Colton Trudeau will deal. First pitch misses low and in for ball one, and we are underway at Mountain Lion Park. That one's going to sneak in there to even the count at 1-1. The defensive lineup for the Mountain Lions in the outfield, out in left, Casey Campbell, Hayden Iverson in his usual spot out in center, with Dylan Vroman in right field, swinging on that off-speed pitch and missing is Sherrar. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count now. Trudeau, we've mentioned, first year with the Mountain Lions here in 2024. Next pitch for him. This one's going to be softly hit for a base knock out to center field. Over is Hayden Iverson. And the first batter of the game for Colorado Mesa finds his way on as Sherrar leads off with a single. Paul Schoenfeld digs in. Schoenfeld coming in with a 370 average. leading the way out of that 2 spot for the Mavericks, takes ball 1. Sherrar, who singled to start the game, has had a very strong start to his season. Had 3 straight Player of the Week accolades. He was finally dethroned this past week by Robert Schuler of MSU Denver, who had an absolutely ridiculous week against New Mexico Highlands 2 weekends ago. A check back over to first base, and Sherrar is back there safely. Trudeau gets his sign and comes set with the runner on first working from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch. This one's skied foul and out of play on the third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The last 2 outings out on the mound for Colton Trudeau for UCCS have been good ones. Last week on the road at New Mexico Highlands, and the week before here at home against Regis University. The Mountain Lions winning 6 out of their last 8 games, including a sweep against New Mexico Highlands. As that one again is fouled out of play. We'll do it again at 1-2. Once again, Trudeau set the 1-2 offering, and again it's out of play on the third base side. A good battle from the Mavericks left fielder in the batter's box. Back-to-back lefties to start the lineup for Colorado Mesa. The right-hander Trudeau up there for UCCS. This one's looped, and this is going to get into left field, trying to cut it off before the wall, but it will bounce off the bottom of the wall past Casey Campbell, getting a green light around third, and coming in to score is Robert Sherrar, and a quick start for the Mavericks in Game 2. An RBI double. Wasn't very hard hit off the bat from Schoenfield. His 13th RBI, lucky number 13 on his season. Brings up Max Valdez doing the catching here today for the Mavericks. He comes in with a .333 average. That's 1 hit out of every 3 at-bats for those of you keeping track at home. 0-1 on him to open his at-bat. Next offering from Trudeau. This one's left over the plate, but getting on top of it was Valdez, and bounces it foul towards his own dugout. 0-2. Early damage today for the Mavericks, as base hits from their first 2 batters. But now Trudeau in control, 0-2. This one's over the head of both Valdez and Steinberger behind the plate for UCCS. Ball 1, and up to third base is Schoenfield. Runner on third, nobody out. The situation on the paths. 1-2 at the plate. Looked like a breaking ball from Trudeau there. That's going to get out of play, foul. The count will stay 1-2. To finish up that defensive positioning for UCCS, Alec Gomez at third base, Vander Hodges at short with Brady Latchman at second. Caleb Stubbings, the All-American, at first base for UCCS. They're going to pick that one up and throw across. That's going to be an infield hit. It looked like it was going to roll foul, but electing to grab it and throw it on to first was Trudeau. And in to score is Schoenfield. Back-to-back at-bats with an RBI for Colorado Mesa, and that brings up Christos Stefanos. The runner on and nobody out. 14th RBI for Valdez. As this one's hit high in the air towards right field. Vroman going into the corner. Cannot make the catch, but it falls foul. And returning to the plate to pick up his bat is Stefanos. Dodging a bullet there was Trudeau, as he tries to find his legs here in this first inning. It'll be interesting to see how the starting pitching fares for both sides today, as this one's bounced foul down the third base side. 0-2 now on Stefanos. Since both pitchers were warmed up and ready to go for the original start time at noon, that decision to postpone the start time until 1:30 was made right before the original first pitch, as this one's crushed into left center field, going up. And he cannot make the grab. Iverson looked like he might have pulled it back, but it flies out. And Stefanos has his 11th big fly of the season. Makes this a 4-0 ball game for Colorado Mesa quickly. Two-run home run for Stefanos. RBIs 36 and 37 on his year. And that brings up TJ Ream. And an early visit from the Mountain Lions pitching coach, Daniel Silva, former Mountain Lion pitcher himself. Silva defeated Colorado Mesa in 2021 to capture the ARMAC tournament for the Mountain Lions, the first tournament crown in their young history. But to pick up that earlier thought, both starting pitchers were warmed up and ready to go for the original start time at noon, then had to shut it down for 90 minutes, come back and get warmed back up. But both coaches staying with their original starters. And as we can see in the case of Colton Trudeau, it might be taking a toll here early, as the Mavericks have jumped on him here in the first. 4 runs in, no one out. Now it'll be the Mavericks shortstop, Ream, as he watches a breaking ball drop in for strike one on the inside half. Back out of the windup is Trudeau. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball, this one was inside as well, but swinging through it was Ream. 0-2. Reaching out and poking this one to center. An easy play for Hayden Iverson out there, and that is the first out of the inning. Nice response after the 2-run shot by Colton Trudeau to come back and get the next batter. And that will bring up Jonathan Gonzalez. 362 average into the day for Gonzalez. Saw him out there at second base yesterday as well. That one just missed the outside half on the first pitch heater. 1 ball and no strikes. This one again is poked into center field softly this time. It'll get down in front of Hayden Iverson, just over the head of Brady Latchman at second. And a 1-out single for Gonzalez. Brings up right fielder Brent Renteria. So already just with 1 out in the inning, there's been 5 hits and 4 runs for the Mavericks, as they have not wasted any time to get things going. First pitch to Renteria. He's going to catch the outside half for strike one. Umpires for today's game. Jacob Gustafsson behind home plate calling balls and strikes. Out at first base is veteran umpire Gary Chakowski, who's been around the ARMAC for several years now. Dominic Toledo at third, as this one's going to get off the wall in left center field. Around third and coming around to try and score is Gonzalez. The throw is behind him, and he will make his way all the way around from first as an RBI double for Renteria. Keeps things moving for the Mavericks. Caleb Thomason now. .360 average for the stout lefty. That one's in the dirt for ball one. We saw Thomason come in a pinch hitting situation yesterday, was able to work a walk. That one's in there for strike one to even the count. Already this is rivaling the highest run mark of Trudeau's season. His toughest outing standing was on March 18th. That was technically a home game against MSU Denver, but it was played in Denver since there was a snowstorm that blanketed the field here at Mountain Lion Park. So the Mountain Lions were the home team, but they were playing up at Assembly Sports Complex. As that one is low, 2-2 now on Thomason. Trudeau went 4 innings in that game, giving up 7 hits, 3 runs. As he hasn't given up 7 hits yet, but already 5 earned runs. As this one's hit well into right field. Going back is Vroman, looking up and watching that one sail out. 2 more come across for the Mavericks as Renteria and Thomason come around. And for Caleb Thomason, his first big fly of the season. Brings him to 8 RBIs on his campaign. And of the 8 batters that have come to the plate for the Mavericks here in the first inning, 5 of them have an RBI, as both Thomason and Stefanos have 2 RBIs. 7 runs on 7 hits for the Mavericks, as ball one's delivered to Braden Wingett. And he swings and bounces that one to the backstop, 1-1. Another offering from Trudeau. He thought about it, but holding up as they check down to Chakowski at first base. He did not swing. Instead, Gary. 2 balls and 1 strike. As that one is in the dirt, rolls up the arm of Steinberger behind the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike now. Already action up in the Mount Lions bullpen. It looks like Hunter Owens is up and throwing in the Mount Lions pen. As that one's in there for strike 2. Taking a step towards first base was Wingett, but he returns. And the count is full for the first time. The payoff from Trudeau. Outside and losing him to first base. That will bring back Sherrar with 1 out and 1 on. And I think that is it for Colton Trudeau. He faces 9 batters. 7 of them come around to score, as well as 7 of them reaching base with the hit. 1 walk, and that will do it for the Mountain Lions. Starting pitcher in Game 2 will step aside as we have a pitching change in the first inning. Hunter Owens comes in for the Mountain Lions. Owens brings with him a 10.61 earned run average, has yet to record a decision in 7 appearances on his season, this being the 8th, as that one is low for ball 1. Sherrar back up there, led off the game with a single and got the push started for Colorado Mesa. The situation on the base pass, Owens inherits 1 runner at first base with 1 out, as that one's in there for strike 1, 1-1 on Sherrar. Although the runner on first base, Braden Wingett, will be the responsibility of Colton Trudeau, so the line on him not quite finished. As Owens goes to work. The 1-1, this one's going to be roped into right center field. Getting there right before the wall is Froman. They're going to hold the runner at third base as the ball made it back to Vander Hodges, the cutoff man in short right center field.
The left fielder, number 6, Paul Schoenfeld.
So 2 for 2 here already in the first inning for Sherrar, with a single and a double. No RBIs, though, yet for the Mavericks center fielder. Up to third base is Wingett. First pitch to Schoenfeld is in there for strike 1, 0-1. Schoenfeld had an RBI double his first time to the plate. Brought around Sherrar to begin the scoring. Double play, at least the conventional way, not an option for the Mountain Lions defensively, as that one slashed foul. Out of play on the third base side. That's got to be the 4th or 5th foul ball out of play to the left that Schoenfeld has launched already today. Had 3 or 4 in his first at bat as well. 0-2 the pitch here. This one on the ground, diving Brady Latchman can't hold on. It leaks into center field. Both runs will come in to score. We'll see if how they score that. It looks like they're going to give him a hit. It is 9-0 in favor of the Mavericks. Tough play for Brady Latchman out there. It was impressive he could even get to that baseball in the first place. But 2 RBIs for Schoenfield. Already has 3 in this game. First pitch to Valdez, misses for ball 1. Brady Latchman out there at second base, making just his 5th appearance of this season. Dealt with a hand injury early in the year, has started now 4 games. This is his 5th overall appearance. Has only taken 12 at-bats in 2024. So though he is hitting .250, that is still a very volatile batting average with only 12 at-bats. A hit or 2 could put him over 300 by the end of the day, as it is 2-1 at Valdez on the plate. Owens checks to first. The runner goes. Good jump for Schoenfield. And he will move up to second as the throw was on the third base side of second base. For Schoenfield, that is his 4th stolen base. He goes for third now. Can he do it back-to-back? He can. Call the strike at the plate, so the count now full. So a RBI single gets him on, and moving himself up to third is Schoenfield, as it's 3-2 on Valdez. This one swung on and missed. It was dropped, but quickly grabbing it and tagging out Valdez is Steinberger. And 2 outs now in the inning for the Mavericks. Stefanos, who launched a 2-run shot, his first at-bat of the inning, digs back in. First pitch from Owens. That one just misses outside on the opening heater. 1 ball and no strikes. Fog is starting to move its way out on the north side of campus here of UCCS. It was thick fog this morning on our way into the ballpark, as that one is fouled out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. On the north side of town, visibility was down to 15 to 20 feet in parts. Visibility here at Mountain Lion Park never dropped below a couple hundred feet, but it was hazy even to Pulpit Rock from home plate as we arrived here this morning. As that one gets away, first wild pitch for Owens, and in to score because of it is Schoenfield. So now the bases are empty, 2 balls and 1 strike on Stefanos. Owens gets his sign, comes set, still working out of the stretch, even with the bases empty. 2-1 pitch. This one's on the ground to Gomez. This should end the inning, and it will, as a little help on the backside from Caleb Stubbing with the scoop. 10 runs on 9 hits in the first frame for CMU. They have a commanding lead as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Hayden Iverson makes his way to the batter's box to start the day offensively for UCCS, and he will face off against Cole Seward for the Colorado Mesa Mavericks. Seward brings with him a 5.74 ERA. He is a perfect 6-0 on his season in 9 starts. All 9 of his appearances this season have been starts. Delivers ball 1, working quickly though, as this one's bounced, shaded towards second base was Ream, and he'll throw across a quick out to start the defensive day for the Mavericks. Brings up Kit Wigington, the designated hitter. The rest of the lineup for UCCS, Alec Gomez in the 3-hole out at third. Caleb Stubbings at first is batting cleanup. Evan Steinberger, the catcher for UCCS in the 5-hole. Casey Campbell out left is batting sixth. Vander Hodges in the 7th hole out at short. Brady Latchman batting 8th at second base with Dylan Vroman in right, rounding things out in the 9-hole. 1-1 on Wigington. Next pitch, that one is inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Defensively for the Mavericks in right field, Paul Schoenfield. Robert Sherrar out in center with Brent Renteria in right field. Pause for the next offering first as Seward offers that one, and it's slashed foul out of play by Wigington. Caleb Thomason at third base. TJ Ream, who had the first put out there on Iverson at shortstop. Jonathan Gonzalez at second with Braden Wingett at first. That one misses. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Wigington. Max Valdez is the catcher, catching balls and strikes from Seward. This one's on the ground, bounced foul. Staying alive for another offering is Wigington. Wigington, one of only a couple left-handed batters. We mentioned that Hunter Owens now on the mound for UCCS, one of just 2 left-handed pitchers for UCCS. A little bit more left-handed bats for the Mountain Lions. I believe there is exactly 1 more at 3. And all of them are in the lineup today for UCCS. This one's hit well into right field. This one is going to get down and into the corner for Wigington. He'll cut first, move up to second. Quickly up and throwing it in is Renteria, but a nice response from the Mountain Lions designated hitter after the big inning to start the day from Colorado Mesa. And standing in scoring position with nobody out is Kit Wigington as Alec Gomez digs in. Gomez leads the Mountain Lions in home runs with 10. Has a nice even .333 average on his year. Takes a breaking ball for strike 1. Through the first 5 or 6 series of the year, Alec Gomez had a home run against every opponent that UCCS has faced. As this one's hit into left center field, that's going to get just enough past for Schoenfield, I should say, for Wigington to come around to score. And the Mountain Lions strike back with the run of their own. Still plenty of work to do, down 9 runs. But good to see their offense getting going as well in the first inning. Also a team lead for Alec Gomez. That was his 44th RBI of the season as Caleb Stubbings makes his way to the plate, but they're checking on Gomez at first. Michael Lawrence, the trainer for UCCS out there, as they're looking at his left shoulder. You see head coach Dave Hadjick making his way over there from his position as a third base coach. Definitely a bit of tightness on that left shoulder from Gomez. While they look at Gomez, we will step aside. It is 10-1 in favor of Colorado Mesa in the bottom of the first inning. Quickly back to action here at Mountain Lion Park. Ronan Hella comes in to run for Alec Gomez. So he will finish his day 1 for 1 with an RBI, as we hope he is all right. Watching strike one go past, Caleb Stubbings thought about it, checked his swing, but it was called a strike either way. Check over to Ronan Hella at first, and he is back safely. That again is Seward. The 0-1. That one's high. Good eye there from Caleb Stubbings. A career achievement for Stubbings in Las Vegas, New Mexico. Last Saturday, he launched his 34th career homer to take over the most in Mountain Lions program history. This time, he will ground into a 6-4-3 double play, and that's the end of the inning for UCCS. They do get a run back on the RBI single from Alec Gomez to make it 10-1. We're headed to the second. Hunter Owens back out to begin his second inning of work. Got the final 2 outs to end the big first inning for the Mavericks. And he will face off TJ Ream, one of the only Mavericks, or excuse me, the only Maverick that is yet to reach base. Ream bounces that one foul, 0-1. It's been a while since Hunter Owens has appeared for UCCS. His last appearance here at home was technically on, once again, March 18th. But that one was up in Denver. St. Cloud State was the last true home game we've seen him here in Colorado Springs. That was back on February 25th. He did pitch on the road on March 29th, and last week on April 13th at New Mexico Highlands, a very effective 1 1/3 inning. No runs, no hits, 1 walk in Highlands a week ago for Owens. He's ahead 1-2 here on Ream as we're underway in the second inning. That one's high and out. 2-2 now. Nice reaction from Evan Steinberger behind the plate to go get it. UCCS softball also in action today. They're down in Pueblo. They won the first game of their doubleheader today, 6-1, although it was tied 1-1 going into the 7th inning. They worked the bases full, did the Mount Lions, walked in a run, and then Izzy Giroux went deep with a grand slam to secure the 6-1 victory in Game 1. We'll have updates from Game 2 as it progresses. They're going to call a pitch clock violation on Hunter Owens here, and that will send Ream to first base with the walk. Owens not quite sure about it. He'll get an explanation from the home plate umpire. Brings up Jonathan Gonzalez. Had a single his first time up. So with Ream walking, all 9 Mavericks have been aboard in this game. As that one's in there for strike 1. Looked like Gonzalez was squared around to bunt. Unable to get that opportunity in as he pulled it back, but it did catch that outside part of the plate. The 0-1, they're going to check over to first base, and easily scampering back is Ream. This one is a jam shot up towards Brady Latchman at second. He'll make the grab. And Gonzalez is the first out in the second. Staying at first is Ream. The pop out brings up Brent Renteria, an RBI double in the first. First pitch to Renteria. In there for strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. Check over once again, and easily back is Ream. A 1 pitch. That one is inside and low, 1-1. Good block behind the plate from Steinberger. The 1-1. In the dirt, again keeping in front was Steinberger. That one barely made it to the faux sand turf around home plate. Fully turf the surface here at Mountain Lion Park, as it is 2-1 on Renteria. The pitch here, swung on and missed. Good off speed, looked like a changeup from Owens. 2-2. Thought about going to first at Owens, but he offers to the plate, and a nice heater there. Sends down Renteria, the second strikeout for Owens. Brings up Caleb Thomason. 2-run home run, his first home run of the season. His first time up. Good throw from Steinberger and a great tag from Ronan Hella. Second day in a row that the Mountain Lions have ended a defensive stand on a caught stealing. Down goes Ream, and it ends up being a 1-2-3 inning regardless of the walk from Ream. It is still 10-1 as we head to the bottom of the second from Mountain Lion Park. First pitch to Evan Steinberger, fouled away for strike one as we embark on the bottom of the second inning here in Colorado Springs. The 0-1 to Steinberger as Seward once again working quickly, fouled away. 0-2 on the Mountain Lions catcher. Ronan Hella did enter the game. He is at shortstop defensively for UCCS. He will take over that 3-hole in the lineup. Vander Hodges, who has yet to hit, moved over to third. He is in the 7th spot. Is due to the plate this inning for UCCS. This one's hit well into left. Shading back, though, and making the grab is Paul Schoenfield. And that will bring up Casey Campbell. A little bit of struggles with Wigington and Gomez in the first inning from Seward. Created that lone run for the Mountain Lions, but outside of that, he has been very effective as Seward, as this one's belted out into left field. Watching that one go out, but it is foul, is Schoenfeld. Unlucky for Casey Campbell as he got all of that one, but it was out of play. 0-1, a long strike for Campbell. That one's high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 10 runs on 9 hits for the Mavericks. 1 run on 2 hits for UCCS. As that one drops in there. Good 12-6 curve from Seward. Next pitch for Campbell's in the dirt. 2-2. Update from softball. Top of the 6th inning in Pueblo between the Mountain Lions and Thunderwolves. The Thunderwolves lead at 3-1. But UCCS has first and third with Alyssa Gutierrez at the plate. Back here at baseball, Casey Campbell struck by that pitch, takes first base. And that brings up the shortstop, Vander Hodges. Excuse me, now the third baseman, Vander Hodges. Check over to Campbell. He dives back safely. Wasn't quite ready for a check over that fast, but Casey Campbell not a big threat to steal either. That one inside, breaking ball. Didn't break too much. 1 ball and no strikes on Vander Hodges. Hodges, a transfer from Allen Hancock College. Went to high school in Highlands Ranch at Thunder Ridge High School. A former Grizzly myself from Thunder Ridge High School. Always have to shout him out. 2 balls and no strikes on him here. The pitch. Fouled straight back. 2-1. Vander has had an interesting college career on the defensive side of the field. Was the everyday starter at third base for the Mountain Lions a year ago, as well as the closer as he checks his swing, but it falls in for a strike either way. This season, he started as the #1 starter for UCCS, but struggled with the length of starting pitching. Has moved back and has been the shortstop for most of the year, as this one's bounced to short. They won't have a play with Campbell, and just out at first base. That was awfully close. 2 outs in the inning, and that will bring up Brady Latchman.
The second baseman, number 16, Brady Latchman.
Hodges down 6-3. And Latchman will take his 13th at-bat of the season here. First pitch to him, high for ball 1. Seward gets his sign, comes set from the stretch. Next pitch, a high fastball swung through from Latchman, 1-1. Froman waits on deck, is the only Mountain Lion yet to reach the batter's box. The 1-1, that one's high as well. 2 balls and 1 strike. Definitely working the top of the zone is Seward here against Latchman. Although, can't imagine that there's a outright strategy against Brady. As that one drops back down, getting a piece of it and launching it foul is UCCS's second baseman here today, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. At the knees, rung up, strike 3 is Brady Latchman. UCCS leaves Casey Campbell at second base. As we stay at 10-1, we're headed to the 3rd inning for Mountain Lion Park. For the Mavericks, it will be 8, 9, and 1 due up in the inning, with Thomason, Wingett, and Sherrar scheduled to the plate. As Thomason, who launched his first home run, will get a fresh count. He was at the plate when Ream was caught stealing to end the second inning for Colorado Mesa. So another crack at Hunter Owens. First pitch high for ball one. Leaning out of the way, the Mavericks right fielder, or excuse me, Mavericks third baseman. The 1-0. That one just misses low. Looked like it might have caught the bottom half as it dropped down. No, says Jacob Gustafsson behind the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. That curveball in there. 2-1. Mountain Lions infield playing back to start. Just about a step behind the brown turf is Hella and Latchman up the middle. That one catches the outside half of the plate, and working his way back is Hunter Owens to 2-2. Timeout called at the plate from Thomason. As he gets a little point there from Gustafsson. Usually the umpire will point, letting the pitcher know who it was that called timeout, whether it was the catcher or catcher or the batter. As that pitch is fouled back, 2-2 the count stays. Hunter Owens working out of the stretch as he's done all day today, coming set. The 2-2. Softly grounded over to Latchman. He'll pick it up with the backhand. A quick flip over to Caleb Stubbings. 1 up and 1 down here in the third for UCCS.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 27, Braden Wingate.
First chance over there on the ground for Brady Latchman at second. He did catch a pop-up in the second inning. That was the second out to Jonathan Gonzalez. Braden Wingate, who walked and came around to score in the first inning, watches that one bounce by him for ball one. Pretty good crowd here at Mountain Lion Park, about 20 or 30 considering the conditions here today. It's probably creeping up closer to 50 people here at Mountain Lion Park despite the frigid temperatures. 2-0 at the plate on Wingate as Owens comes set. The pitch. This one's roped, just foul. That would have been trouble for the Mountain Lions down the left field line, but fell about 8 inches to a foot on the left side of the line. So doing it again at 2-1 is Wingate. Owens fires that one right down the middle. Doesn't get much better than that for Wingate. Gets some reassurance from his third base coach and digs back in. Again, battling back from 2-0 is Hunter Owens. The setup pitch. That one's high, 3-2. Gustafsson will get his pouch refilled. As Owens sets for the 3-2 offering. Here comes the payoff. Fouled away, out of play. And we'll do it again. The 3-2. Again fouled away from Wingate as he stays alive. Top of the 7th Now in the UCCS CSU Pueblo softball game, the Mountain Lions have cut that lead down to 1 as that 7th inning just about to start at Rawlings Sports Complex in Pueblo. That one gets away from Owens, misses outside. And a runner on first with 1 out for the top of the lineup and Robert Sherrar. Second walk of the day for Wingate. First pitch to Sherrar. This one's lined to Latchman. They'll catch it in the air. He flips to second, but he didn't need to. It'll end up being a 4-6-3 double play as Wingate was off with the pitch, and the Mountain Lions escaped the inning without any damage despite a 1-out walk. We remain at 10-1. We're headed to the bottom of the 3rd. Dylan Vroman leading things off here in the bottom of the 3rd for UCCS, the last Mountain Lion that has yet to reach the plate as he fouls it off for strike 1. Snow beginning to fall here at Mountain Lion Park as we still hope to get 2 7-inning games in today, though we'll reevaluate the weather as needed. 0-2 here on Vroman as that one. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Vroman. He goes down on 3 pitches as he is the second strikeout victim of Seward, both looking. Brings up Hayden Iverson for his second at-bat. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Big day in sports today as NBA playoffs get underway. The Final Four of women's gymnastics at the Division I level today. LSU, Utah, Florida, and Cal all competing in that 3rd round of the RBC Heritage Golf Tournament in the PGA out in Carolina. Hilton Head Golf Course. 1-1 pitch back here at Colorado Springs as that one's bounced foul. 1-2 to Hayden Iverson as this snow has moved in rather quickly. Big flakes as it's not coming down super hard, but definitely some big heavy snowflakes out there. This one is lined over to Gonzalez at second base. He gives a drop step to snare it and throws out Iverson at first. 2 outs, nobody on for Kit Wigington as CSU Pueblo versus UCCS softball game 4 has gone final. Pueblo taking that contest 3-2. First pitch to Wigington, swung through for strike one. Second pitch to Wigington, way outside, 1-1. Mount Lions and Thunderwolves split that series, 2 games apiece. Mount Lions winning game 1 yesterday and game 1 today, as CSU Pueblo took the nightcap on both days. The 2-1 to Wigington. Slashed foul. We'll see what the conversation is as this inning continues, as it's going to be hard to see the baseball with these big snowflakes as it progresses. Throw down to first, and Wigington's retired. And the umpires are going to chat. We'll have an update for you when we come back. We're headed to the 4th inning from Mountain Lion Park. Welcome back to Mountain Lion Park. As you can see, both teams have vacated the playing surface. We are going to take a 30-minute delay and see if the weather clears at all. We'll have more updates for you as we are able to pass them along, but as we stand right now, we are going to get back underway, if able, at about 3:15 p.m. We'll update you as we're in a snow delay here at Mountain Lion Park.
I've always been motivated to make a positive change, whether it was becoming the first in my family to attend college or taking care of the next generation as a nurse. When I chose UCCS, I didn't just pick a school. I chose a like-minded community hungry to make a difference with me. Now living my dream, working at Children's Hospital, I can say that with UCCS It wasn't a matter of if I'd succeed, it was a matter of when.
The mountain lion is one of the strongest members of the feline family. The average mountain lion lives 5 times a day and consumes up to 3 times its weight in protein. It shares many characteristics with its domestic counterparts, the good and the bad. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
The legacy began in 1973. That was the year NCAA Division II was born. And since the very first day, our division has shaped generations of student athletes with a true sense of academics, athletics, and community. That is 5 decades of graduations, championships, teamwork, and personal development. 50 years of shaping student athletes into world-class leaders. NCAA Division II. Our division, our legacy.
Play with great love, they play with great passion, Dad. Let it rip, let it rip, let it rip. And do it for one another. Together, 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 together.
The mountain lion can travel up to 370 miles. Located primarily in North America, these majestic creatures can traverse a large variety of terrain. There are, of course, some natural barriers. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
Necessity is the mother of invention, but innovation as a whole, that's what drives disruption. And that's what drove UCCS and me to create the Bachelor of Innovation, the only degree of its kind in the world that takes students from the classroom to real scenarios that have real impact. With the Bachelor of Innovation serving students across 22 majors, I can say that with the support of UCCS, it wasn't a matter of if we'd succeed, it was a matter of when.
beat. Beat.
Welcome back, everyone, to Mountain Lion Park. A lot less snow on the field and in the sky since we left you. To update you all on the situation, we left off at the end of the third inning on a drop third strikeout for Kit Wigington to complete the 1-2-3 inning for the Mavericks defensively in the third. We will pick up in the top of the fourth inning. You see there Tyler Kennedy on to pitch for UCCS. He takes over for Hunter Owens, who was pitching when the delay ensued. The line on Tyler Kennedy for this year, an 11.7 ERA, 5 appearances all in relief, 10 innings pitched, 16 hits, 14 runs, 13 earned, just 2 walks, and 14 strikeouts. So 7 strikeouts for every 1 walk. That is certainly a bright spot for him on the year. He's given up 3 doubles, 2 triples, and 5 home runs. Batters against are batting .348. against Kennedy so far this season. Leading off the fourth inning for the Mavericks will be number 6, Paul Schoenfeld. He is 2 for 2 with a double, a single, and 3 RBIs, as well as 2 stolen bases. He stole both of those bases the second time he reached in the first inning. He came around to score. Both times he came up in the first. First pitch is a nice curveball that drops in for strike 1, and we are back underway here at Mountain Lion Park. A crazy day of weather and baseball here in Colorado Springs. 0-2 quickly on Schoenfeld. As Kennedy working quickly, and that one just misses outside. Good eye from the Mavericks left fielder. Schoenfeld came into the day with a .370 average. That has obviously gone up as he is 2 for 2. And that one missed just outside as well, as the count now even 2-2. The setup pitch is going to be bounced just over the head of Kennedy. Tough play for Latchman. Won't get there. That was in no man's land between Hella and Latchman. And reaching with an infield single is Paul Schoenfeld. That brings up Max Valdez. We're actually going to get a pinch hitter here. Or no, it is Valdez, excuse me. So I'm looking at the wrong line on my scorecard. My apologies. Valdez 1 for 2, excuse me, with an RBI single and a strikeout, as that one is out of play. 0-1. Tyler Kennedy, a freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and Desert Oasis High School. Desert Oasis High School hosted a couple of ARMAC teams in the winter on the basketball side of things, a little collegiate mid-season tournament. Colorado Mesa was one of the schools that took part in that, as that one is outside as well. 2 balls and 1 strike now. 10-1 our score, a big 10-run inning in the top half of the first. The Mountain Lions got a run back. We've been scoreless since then. No runs for either team in the second or third inning. Although, if you look at the scoreboard here at Mountain Lion Park, it says zeros across the board because those inning digits are only 1 digit. So the 10 runs in the first for Colorado Mesa here at Mountain Lion Park is displayed as a 0. 3-2, a full count on Valdez. Tyler Kennedy's payoff. This one's on the ground to Latchman. He can't handle it. That'll be an error on Latchman. It goes into center field. Holding up at first base is Valdez, but moving up to third is Schoenfeld. And a tough break there for Brady Latchman. and the first error of the game we've seen for either team. That brings up the designated hitter, Christos Stefanos, easy for me to say. Came in with a .378 average, hit a 2-run home run his first at-bat, then grounded out to third base. That was Alec Gomez at the time, but he exited the game with a shoulder issue. 0-1 now on Stefanos. Next pitch, outside, 1-1. Tried to go off speed that time, did Kennedy. Couldn't quite keep it on the outside part of the plate. Same defensive lineup as we left outside of Kennedy on the mound for UCCS. Haven't seen any changes offensively from the Mavericks yet. Just to recap as well to catch you back up. Defensively for UCCS, Casey Campbell in left, Hayden Iverson in center, Dylan Vroman in right field. Vander Hodges, who started at shortstop, now at third for Alec Gomez, has swung on and missed, did Stefanos there, 2-2. Hodges slides over to third, and Ronan Hello was inserted at shortstop. Brady Latchman, as we mentioned, at second base with Caleb Stubbings at first. Evan Steinberger behind the plate, catching balls and strikes from Tyler Kennedy. As that one, strike 3 called on the outside part of the plate. Stefanos doesn't agree with it, but that is the first out of the inning. TJ Ream steps in, a walk and a fly out. 0 for 1 officially. He was caught stealing, trying to move up to second. That ended the second inning for the Mavericks. So everyone for CMU has reached base with a hit except for Ream, and the one time he reached base on a walk, he was thrown out on the base pass. So if there's anybody that has been struggling offensively for the Mavericks, it would be Ream, as he's ahead 2-0 this time. That one misses as well. 3 balls and no strikes. Kennedy sets the pitch. Nice right down the middle, taking the whole way was Ream. 3-1 now. Still a very comfortable hitter's count for the Mavericks shortstop. The 3-1. That one misses outside, and that will load the bases for Jonathan Gonzalez. A single and a run scored in the first, and a pop out to Brady Latchman at second base in the second, as he comes back up to bat once again here in the fourth. That one's outside, 1-0. The final line on Hunter Owens for UCCS. He was pitching when the delay commenced. He went 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a couple of walks, a couple of strikeouts, and 10 batters faced. He threw 41 pitches. Tyler Kennedy's already making his way up on that pitch count. He is at 21. And it is 1-1 here on Gonzalez. Swung on and missed. A high heater there from Kennedy. And he works ahead, looking for his second strikeout victim in this first inning of work. strike 3 called on the outside part of the plate. Second looking strikeout victim for Colorado Mesa. Both Stefanos and Gonzalez go down looking, and that brings up Renteria. Got to give Tyler Kennedy credit. As a freshman pitcher, the ARMAC is a very, very tough introduction to college baseball. And though he has a little bit of a high earned run average, he's done very well as a rookie in this league, as he gets a swing and a miss from Renteria for strike 1. Second pitch. This one was off speed, and again swinging through it, Renteria. Ahead is Kennedy, 0-2. This one's bounced foul. Count will stay 0-2. If any of the 3 base runners come around to score for Colorado Mesa, they will go down unearned. The Mountain Lions should be out of the inning if it weren't for the Brady Latchman error to Max Valdez, who's on second base. So this will not be counted against Kennedy as earned runs. That one's outside, 1-2. Thought about it, did Renteria, but he held up. Runner on third, Schoenfield led off with the single. Valdez, we mentioned, reached on the error. He's at second, and then Ream at first walked. It's 1-2 at the plate to Renteria. The pitch here just outside, trying to get another ring up there, was Kennedy, but he just missed. 2-2. The field has dried out rather quickly. Had a little bit of ground fog as they were warming back up, but that has cleared. No snow falling from the sky at this moment. That one just missed. Tyler Kennedy was walking off the mound. He thought he had strike 3, but he'll have to go back. And it is full at 3-2. The Mountain Lions dugout, letting Jacob Gustafsson hear their displeasure. Runners will go with the pitch. 3-2 with 2 outs. Bounce to first. And what a job by Tyler Kennedy coming in on short warm-up after the delay. Gives up bases loaded, but strands all 3 on the base pass. We remain at 10-1. We're headed to the bottom of 4. Ronan Hella, Caleb Stubbings, and Evan Steinberger due to the plate for the Mountain Lions in the 4th inning, and it will still be Cole Seward out there for Colorado Mesa. He has pitched very well despite the several and often interruptions to this game. 0-1 pitch to Hella is a slider inside, 1-1. Just 2 hits, 1 run given up by Seward thus far, as reaching for that one and coming up empty was Hella. He also has 3 strikeouts in a double play induced, does Seward. This one's slashed foul out of play, 1-2. Seward working rather quickly all day today, as this one softly right in front. This is a fair ball, and bobbling it was Valdez. We'll see what they decide on that one. Might be an error on Valdez. A swinging bunt for Hella, and he ran it out. And he is a leadoff base runner for UCCS. Caleb Stubbings will dig in. They are giving Ronan Hella a hit on that play, as Hella moves up to second base on the wild pitch. Excuse me, it was a pass ball on that one. So a pass ball for Valdez, as this one's hit well into center field off the bat of Caleb Stubbings. Back to the wall, looking up and watching it sail over is Robert Sherrar. And Caleb Stubbings adds to his program lead, his 35th career home run in a Mountain Lion uniform, and he makes it 10-3. UCCS is going to have to take advantage of every base runner they get from here on out. And Stubbings, with the peak of efficiency, brings himself and Ronan Hella across with 1 swing of the bat. Evan Steinberger steps in, takes ball 1. For Stubbings, his 6th home run of his season this year. RBI's 23 and 24, as Evan Steinberger keeps the line moving. He deposits that one into right field. The 3 straight hits to open the 4th inning for UCCS. And they're going to talk things over on the mound, as Hanks does not look very pleased with his pitcher. I don't see any movement in the bullpen for Colorado Mesa. This is where you start to wonder if any of that stand up and get warm and sit down for an extended period of time for the delays. Although with the offense that Colorado Mesa has, as this one slashed into right field, going first to third is Evan Steinberger. He slides into third, but he could have been there standing up if he wanted to, as there is pitchers starting to warm up over in the Mesa bullpen. Make it 4 straight hits for UCCS now. First and third for Vander Hodges. To pick up my prior thought, BMU does have the offense that their pitchers are probably used to. Long innings on offense, as this one's poked off the base of the wall in deep right field. Jogging home to score is Evan Steinberger. Up to third is Casey Campbell. And the Mountain Lions continue to chip away at this big Colorado Mesa lead.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 16, Brady Latchman.
Brady Latchman steps in for Hodges. He gets his 6th double of the year, as that one drops in there. Good breaking ball. 0-1. Second and third for Brady Latchman. Nobody out. Swung on and missed. That one was on the outside half. And quickly behind is Latchman, 0-2. Latchman, this is just his 14th at-bat of the season, so he's still getting his legs underneath him offensively for UCCS. Seward has been all over ARMAC batters this year. That one almost got away from Valdez, but it hit the back leg of Latchman. 1 ball and 2 strikes, so the Mountain Lion runners had to stay put. The 1-2. This one's hit high in the air to right field. Renteria is going to have the play, but tagging. The throw's going to go to third, and it's a good one, but won't be in time to catch Vander Hodges. In to score is Casey Campbell. So a sacrifice fly won't count against the average for Latchman, and he does move Hodges up as well. Just 1 out and a runner at third base for Dylan Vroman. Swung on and a healthy hack there from Vroman for strike 1. Doing a job, Brady Latchman, and well done from him. And quickly 0-2 is trying to attack the zone after that's 5 straight hits to start the inning from the Mountain Lions before he was able to get an out. 0-2. That one's on the outside half. Roman can't believe it, and he goes down looking for the second time. Back-to-back looking strikeouts. Roman's 0-2. Brings up Hayden Iverson, still looking for his first hit. He's got a ground out to short and a ground out to second, but pretty healthy space right up the middle. The way that Colorado Mesa is aligned, that ball's high. As Vander gets some instruction from his head coach and third base coach, Dave Hadjick. Nobody's holding him on as Thomason's a good probably 10, 12 feet off the bag in his normal position. The 2-0 pitch. That one just missed outside, 3-0. That looks pretty similar to the pitch that Vroman was rung up on. That outside corner has been a little inconsistent today, but for the most part it's been called a strike. As that one's inside and a 4-pitch walk to Hayden Iverson. And here comes the always dangerous Kit Wigington with a runner on first and third. There is an arm up in the bullpen for Colorado Mesa, pretty healthy into a warm-up process. We'll see if Hanks decides to grab his pitcher or let him go. This would put the Mountain Lions within 2 if Wigington was able to score. Nice. Looked like a cutter there. 0-1. He's got good run on that fastball, does Seward. Second pitch, that one just below the knees, 1-1. Good velocity and good movement. 2 things that make pitchers effective from Cole Seward. The 1-1. That one's outside. That's a tough pitch to lay off on if you're a hitter, but Kit Wigington saw it the whole way. 2-1. Ronan Hella, who led off the inning, on deck. That one fouling it off his own foot is Kit Wigington. He doesn't look any worse for wear. 2-2. Runners on first and third. 2 outs in the inning. Iverson on first walked. Hodges on third doubled. Kit Wigington has a double himself and a strikeout. 1 for 2. That one's inside and the count runs full. Runners will go with the bases, with the count full in 2 outs. So Mountain Lions try and chip away further. That one's low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Ronan Hella. Up to second is Iverson, and up to first is Wigington. Back-to-back walks now. And Hella, he's got 5 RBIs on his season, has a chance for more. 4 runs in the inning for UCCS. So they've cut the lead in half. That one's high, ball 1. Have to imagine if Ronan Hella was to reach base, that is probably the end of the day for Cole Seward. The 1-0, that one's at the knees. 1-1. Frankly, if Ronan reaches base or is set down to end the inning, this is probably the last batter either way for Seward. And that one's fouled straight back, 1-2. Hella led off the inning with a squib single right in front of home plate, but it was bobbled by Valdez and allowed Hella to beat out the throw. The 1-2. And this one's hit well into center field. Will this get down? No! Diving! And coming up with the grab is Robert Sherrar, and he ends the threat for UCCS. What a play by Robert Sherrar. And the score will stay 10-5. The Mountain Lions strand 3. We're headed to the 5th.
The Mountain Lions record 4 runs.
What a play from Robert Sherrar to stifle the push from UCCS. As Tyler Kennedy back out there for the Mountain Lions, he will face Caleb Thomason first. Braden Wingett and Robert Sherrar, who made that play, will be scheduled to hit. We're chatting in the press box up here in between innings. If that gets down, all 3 runs likely score for the Mountain Lions. And Hella's in scoring position with Caleb Stubbings as the tying run to the plate. So circle that play after this game as it's 3-0 on Caleb Thomason. As that one misses outside in a 4-pitch walk to open the 5th.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 27, Braden Wingett.
Wingett has yet to have an official at bat. He has walked twice, and he was cut down on a double play. That was his last time up in the third inning. A line out to Brady Latchman from Sherrar, and he was doubled off before he was able to get back to first base. And he is even with Tyler Kennedy here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Not too big of a lead off first from Thomason. As the pitch goes to the plate outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Thomason, after the walk, stays at 1 for 2. 2 RBIs and a home run, as well as a ground out. This pitch just missed outside. 3-1. Comfortable spot for Wingett as he looks for his 3rd walk in as many at-bats. The 3-1. That one at the knees, and the count is full. Again, Wingett taking a step towards first. Has to regather himself for a payoff. Kennedy goes to the plate. This one on the ground. Hella knocks it down. Doesn't get it to first in time. That'll likely go down as an error against Hella. And that will bring up Robert Sherrar with 2 on and nobody out. That one gets through. Undoubtedly a wild pitch. And up 90 feet is both Thomason and Wingett. Fouled back by Sherrar. Ten runs on 10 hits, no errors for the Mavericks. 5 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors for UCCS. The 1-1 out of play off the bat of Sherrar. Robert, a single, a double, and 2 runs scored, as well as a ground into, or a line, I should say, into a double play. As we mentioned, that was back in the 3rd. As this one's poked over to Hella, he'll get another chance. The run will come home, but he does get the out at first. The 1 run back for Colorado Mesa here, as Sherrar does a job and sacrifices himself to get the run across. Brings up the left fielder, Paul Schoenfeld. Still at second base is Braden Wingett, as strike 1 called at the plate. That is the 2nd run scored today by Caleb Thomason. 0-1. That one in the dirt. 1-1. Weather remains clear for the time being. Although now that it is already 4 o'clock and we're planning on playing 2 today, it will likely be a 9 and 7 inning doubleheader tomorrow, beginning with a 9 inning game and a 7 inning game to follow. The weather in Colorado Springs tomorrow is supposed to be significantly better than today. All that sunshine they've been speaking about in Grand Junction today is going to make its way west, as this one's poked through. Coming around and looking to score, and he will, is Wingett. So an RBI single for Schoenfeld. And the Mavericks push their lead back out to 7. That is 4 RBIs for Paul Schoenfield today. A double and 3 singles. He was stranded back in the 4th inning. That was the first time that he did not score. He's looking to move up here. He got a good jump. Out, he came off the bag. Nice job by Brady Latchman to keep the tag applied. And Schoenfield lost contact with second base and is thrown out. Undoubtedly, he had beaten the throw there. But a nice job by Brady Latchman to keep that tag applied. Big swing there from Valdez. Comes up empty. So 2 outs now and the base is empty. 0-2 on Max Valdez. And he fouls it back. He'll see another pitch. With the struggles the last inning for Stewart, we'll likely see a new pitcher out there to start the 6th inning if we are to get there. I do imagine at this point, even though we only need 5 innings to complete the game, that we will play as much as we are able. And if we can get all 7 in, we will do our best. But it is up to the umpiring crew now that the game has begun. Another 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called once again. 3rd strikeout of the day for Tyler Kennedy. All 3 have been looking. And 2 more runs in for Colorado Mesa. They push their lead back out to 7. It's 12-5 as we head to the bottom of 5 from Colorado Springs. We do indeed have a pitching change to start the bottom of the 5th inning as snow once again falling here in Colorado Springs. Cade Nickel comes on for the Mavericks, a 13.5 ERA. He is 0-2 as he drops that cutter in there for strike 1. His 6th appearance here today, just 4 innings, 11 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts on his year as that one bounces its way in, 1-1. Kind of rain-snow mix falling from the sky now, as we are supposed to have sparse showers throughout the day. 1-1. That one's in there, 1-2. Stubbings last time up launched a monster 2-run shot just to the right of the batter's eye in center field. 1-2 had him reaching on that one, did Nickel. And he's down on strikes as Stubbings. His first strikeout of the day for Caleb and for Cade. And that brings up Evan Steinberger. Final line on Seward. 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 runs all earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. It is a 7-inning contest, so the 4 runs are enough to put him in line for the win. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. That one in there, called for strike 2.
Hey, good take. Check now.
Steinberger ready, so is Nickel. This one's lifted down the line, just foul. Tough to tell, that looked like it was pretty close. But Steinberger will have to return to pick up his bat. The count will stay 1-2. Steinberger on his day, 1 for 2 with a run scored. He singled to follow up Stubbings' 2-run shot and then came around to score later in the inning on Vander Hodges' double. As this one's on the ground to second and an easy play for Gonzalez. 2 up, 2 down here in the 5th for UCCS. I have a feeling with this snow falling again that if Casey Campbell is sent back to the dugout, that will do it for play today. We'll see how it plays out. First pitch to Campbell, swung on and missed, strike 1. Campbell was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning, then singled in the 4th. Before he was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning, he launched one to the opposite field and left that was about 5 feet foul, but would have been his 5th home run if it stayed fair. The 1-1 swung on and missed, 1-2. Four base runners left aboard for UCCS. 3 of them were their last time to the plate in the 4th. This one on the ground. Up with it is Ream. He'll throw out Campbell. And that will end the 5th inning of play. We will head to the 6th inning from Mountain Lion Park. The Mavericks in control, 12-5. Pitching change here for UCCS to begin the 6th inning of play as Joe Plissé comes on. He is a perfect 0.00 with his earned run average, has yet to record a decision. He has only pitched 1 inning in 1 appearance, though, so he was clean through that 1 inning. 1 walk, 1 strikeout, as the first one is fouled out of play, as back to the plate is Christos Stefanos. We'll get you the final line on Tyler Kennedy here in a moment, as this one is skied out of play. For Kennedy, he goes 2 innings, 55 pitches, just 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He faced 11 batters. That one's tipped foul as Stefanos continues to battle. A 2-run shot in the first inning for Stefanos, and a ground out and a strikeout looking. His last time up, that was in the 4th. 0-2 on him here. Plissé fires. Nice cutter there on the ground. Hodges up with it. He'll throw it across, and that is out number 1. Brings up TJ Ream.
The shortstop, number 18, TJ Ream.
Ream is the only CMU batter that is yet to record a hit in this game. He's got a flyout in 2 walks, 0 for 1 officially. He was also caught stealing in the 2nd. That one in there, as swinging through it as well, was TJ Ream. Nice spot at the knees. Evan Steinberger has caught 2 would-be base stealers in this game, Ream being one of them. The other was Schoenfield last inning. Knocking it down was Plissé. He'll throw him out at first base. 2 up and 2 down now in the inning. Jonathan Gonzalez will try and keep things going. 10 in the first, 2 in the 5th for Colorado Mesa. 1 in the first, 4 in the 4th for UCCS. It is 12-5. That one's in there for strike 1. The 0-1. Swung on, foul tipped. And it is 0-2 now. Plissé very effective through the first couple batters. See if he can finish off the side. The 0-2. Bunt attempt. Just missed outside. Was in a good spot. Gustafsson could have called it if he wanted, but it was just a little bit too low as it dropped in. Plissé set. The 1-2. Went heater, and that one skied out of play. Plissé looks in, gets his sign, and is ready. Another 1-2. Bunt squared around, strike 3. The last 4 strikeouts for Colorado Mesa have all been looking, as going down 1-2-3 for the first time today is the Mavericks. The Mountain Lions still trail 7. It's 12-5. Mountain Lions back to the plate with Vander Hodges. As Nickel back out there for Colorado Mesa. Cade was able to work a 1-2-3 inning his first time out. He delivers ball 1 to Vander Hodges to begin the Mountain Lions half of the 6th. Snow still falling, but lightly, and the visibility is a lot better than it was the first time around. So we'll see if we can get to 7 as that one's fouled into the screen. Hodges today, a double, a couple RBIs, and a ground out to shortstop. 1 and 2 on him here.
Hey, be there with barrel.
The 1-2, that one's high, and the count will even. That one missed. Did he go? No, he did not, and the count runs full. Nice job by Vander Hodges to hold up. Digs back in. Nickel ready. The payoff. Outside, just missed ball 4. Good eye from Hodges, and that'll bring up Latchman. Latchman 0 for 1 with a sac fly and a strikeout. That one's in there for strike 1 on Latchman. Nice heater to open the at-bat. First walk of the day for Cade Nickel is issued to Vander Hodges as that one slashed back to the Mountain Lions side. 0-2. Again, Nichols sets. The 0-2 to Latchman. That one's high. Good leave. Latchman has stayed very patient with 2 strikes, as it is very tough to hit in that hole. 1-2 on him here. That one, he went reaching. The ball was dropped, but with first base occupied, he is out, and that will bring up Vroman. So 0 for 2 now for Latchman with a pair of strikeouts and a sac fly. Vroman has 2 looking strikeouts, and he tries to remedy that here in his 3rd at-bat. That one misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Hayden Iverson waits on deck. As that one slashed foul out of play. 1-1 now on the Mountain Lions right fielder. This one's straight back, 1-2. Defense pretty much straight up for Vroman in the infield. The only difference is shaded more towards right than in true center is Robert Sherrar in center field. The 1-2, that one's high, 2-2. Dylan Vroman, one of the few batters that you see that doesn't use batting gloves. 2-2, swung on and missed. Strike 3. It is another strikeout for Vroman, but this time he went down swinging, and that flips the lineup over to Hayden Iverson. Iverson, a walk and 2 groundouts is 0 for 2. He walked his last time up in the 4th, but was stranded at second after Wigington walked behind him. That was part of that big 4-run push that was stopped early by a spectacular diving catch in center field by Robert Sherrar, as it's 1-1 on the Mountain Lion leadoff man here in the 6th. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Couple of Mountain Lion softball players have returned from Pueblo and come to watch the last couple innings of play here. The 2-1. Swung on. That one almost hit Hayden Iverson. I'm not sure if he really meant to swing at that one or was more trying to get out of the way and let his bat go around. Twos are wild on the board, 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner at first is Vander Hodges, who led off with a walk. This one poked into shallow center. Going back from second base is Gonzalez, and he'll make the grab. A nice play there. And that ends the inning for UCCS. A leadoff walk is stranded at first for Vander Hodges, as Mesa still leads it 12-5. Back here for the start of the 7th and final inning here at Mountain Lion Park. Joe Plissé back out there on the mound for UCCS. He worked a 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. This will be his 2nd inning of work. And he will face off against Brent Renteria his first time. As that one's fouled back to the screen, 0-1. Renteria, Thomason, and Wingett. The bottom third of the lineup, 7, 8, and 9 for Mesa. As this one again is fouled back to the screen, quickly 0-2. Snow has slowed for the moment. The 0-2. Swung on and missed, held behind the plate by Steinberger. The second strikeout victim for Plissé is Renteria. This time by the swinging variety, you got Gonzalez to end the 6th looking. Thomason digs in, a 2-run shot in the 1st, a ground out to 2nd in the 3rd. And a walk, and then he came around to score in the 5th. Officially, he is 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a home run. 0-1 on him here. Kind of a snow globe feel to Mountain Lion Park with the calmly falling snow at the moment. 0-1. That one inside, 1-1. That one just missed outside. Looked like a 2-seam fastball out of the hand of Plissé on that one. Brady Latchman is heavily in that 4 hole, leaving more of a gap up the middle. As that one, did he go? No, he did not. Not anywhere close. So a comfortable 3-1 lead here for Caleb Thomason. Thomason is listed at 5'9", 210 pounds, out of Peoria, Arizona. That is the low water mark in terms of height on the squad for Colorado Mesa. Excuse me. Jonathan Gonzalez has him beat at 5'8". 3-2 as that one is bounced out of play. You can tell by taking a look at Thomason, though, he is equipped to hit the ball a long way. Just his first home run of the season in the first inning. And make it 2. This one has a chance to do it. Is it foul? It is. And I don't think that one stayed in the park, but was on the wrong side of the foul pole. They are sending somebody down there to get it, so it must have held up in the corner. But nearly the second big fly of the game. Another payoff pitch for Plessé. The 3-2. That one just missed. And going to first on balls is Caleb Thomason.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 27, Braden Wingett.
Wingett comes up. He is one of 2 Colorado Mesa batters that has not recorded a hit. He's walked 3 times and then reached on an error. First pitch to him just misses, leaks away from Steinberger. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 1. Wingett has checked his swing quite a few times today. Not sure if he's seeing the baseball 100%, as that one was below the wings. He held up on it that time. 1-1. We're going to get a late pinch runner here, as jogging out to replace Thomason at first base is Josh Romans, number 16 for the Mavericks. Romans, a 6'1" junior. He hails from Canton, Ohio, home of the NFL Hall of Fame. That one low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Plessé fires. This one poked in the air to right. Vroman coming in, does make the grab. And that is the second out of the inning. Nice job getting a quick jump on that one from Dylan Vroman out in right field. And Robert Sherrar digs in with 2 outs and a runner on first. Sherrar, a couple of hits, a single and a double, both in the first inning, as well as coming around to score off both of those. Lined into a double play in the 3rd and grounded out his last time up to shortstop. That was in the 5th. Takes a low strike to open his likely last at bat of this game. Breaking ball just missed the outside half, 1-1. 12 runs on 11 hits, no errors for the Mavericks. 5 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors for UCCS. They've used 4 pitchers in this game, Plessé being the 4th. As that one gets away, moving up to second on the wild pitch is Romans. Trudeau didn't even make it out of the first inning for UCCS. He went just a third of an inning, gave up 7 hits, 8 runs all earned. 1 walk, gave way to Hunter Owens, who went 2 2/3. 2 runs on 2 hits, both were earned. Tyler Kennedy, 2 innings on 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 was earned, as this one may stay in play for Steinberger, will not. So that will move the count to 2-2. And now Plessé has gone 1 2/3 on 22 pitches, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Tries to finish off the Mavericks, as the Mountain Lions need 7 runs in the bottom half of the inning if they want to come back in this one. We'll see if they can do it. But first, Shar is at the plate. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, the 3rd strikeout for Plessé. And that ends the Mavericks half of the 7th. The Mountain Lions need 7 to tie, 8 to win. We'll see if they can do it. The bottom of the 7th comes up after this.
Beat.
The Mountain Lions will lead things off with their designated hitter, Kit Wigington, in the final half of this game. Although there could be more if the Mountain Lions score 7. Not any less, not any more. This one right back to Cade Nickel. And he'll flip Mountain Lions down to their final 2 outs. 1 pitch, 1 out. That brings up Ronan Hella. Hella is 1 for 2, but should be 2 for 2. He was robbed of an extra base hit on a diving stop from Robert Sherrar his last time up. That stopped the big push in the 4th inning. Would have brought the Mountain Lions likely within 2 runs if it fell. A 1. That one just missed, 1-1. Cutter, this one's looped into right field. Starting back for a moment was Brent Renteria, but he gathers himself and comes back. And 3 pitches in the inning, 2 outs, and it's all up to Caleb Stubbings. Stubbings, a home run, 2 RBIs in this game, as well as a strikeout. Steinberger waits on deck should the game get to him. Strike 1 on Stubbings on the outside part of the plate. That one low, 1-1. As this one's hit well into the gap in left center field. Able to cut it off and fire it back in was Robert Sherrar. But a 2-out single, and Steinberger will get in that bat. Brings Stubbings' day to 2 for 4. A ground into a double play, a home run, a strikeout, and a single for Steinberger. Or excuse me, for Stubbings. Now for Steinberger, he pokes it into center, and back-to-back singles now. Little bit at a time, and now it's Casey Campbell's turn to see if he can keep things moving. Steinberger, a pair of singles, a fly out, and a ground out. 2 for 4 overall. Now for Campbell, he was hit by a pitch. Reached base on a base hit in the 4th, came around to score, and then grounded to shortstop his last time up in the 5th. That makes him 1 for 2 overall. On the ground, foul into his dugout. 0-1 on Casey Campbell. That one low, 1-1, good eye. 11 runs collectively in the first inning. There's just been 6 runs since then. 4 in the bottom of the 4th for UCCS, 2 in the top of the 5th for Mesa. There was 10 in the top of the 1st for Colorado Mesa and 1 in the bottom half for the Mountain Lions. A lot of zeros on that board since then. This one lifted high out of play, foul. Campbell has been barreling that ball quite a bit today, but hasn't been able to straighten it out too much. He did hit that ball that he singled off of in the 4th pretty hard, but it was on a line. The 1-2 to him here. That one's inside, 2-2. Stubbings on second, singled. Steinberger did the same behind him, both with 2 outs. 2 on, 2 out for Casey Campbell. The 2-2 pitch. Again, out of play. The count will stay. Straight up defense both in the infield and outfield. Only really anomaly is Gonzalez at second base is in short right field. As that one is low and the count is full. That's a tough pitch to lay off of, especially with 2 strikes. Runners will go. The 3-2. On the ground, eats up the first baseman and gets into right field. Stubbings will come in to score. Slamming on the brakes is Casey Campbell at first. And the Mountain Lions get a run back. First RBI of the day for Campbell. Moving up to third base is off with the pitch was Evan Steinberger. And Wingett had a chance at it, but couldn't quite corral it as it was right down the line. And Campbell saves an at-bat for Vander Hodges. Can he do the same for Aaron Jenkins? That one's high for ball 1. Next pitch on the ground, and this will probably end the game. Easily over for Jonathan Gonzalez. The Mountain Lions have a couple chances, but can't get over the hump. 12-6 our final as Colorado Mesa secures a minimum of a sweep in this series. The winning pitcher will be Cole Seward. He will improve to 7-0 on his season. The losing pitcher will be Trudeau for the Mountain Lions. He falls to 2-3 for UCCS. For all of us here at UCCS, we appreciate you bearing with us that will do it for today. In all likelihood, we will update our social media if we do decide to play a second game, but my guess is we are going to move to a 9-inning and 7-inning game tomorrow beginning at 12 o'clock noon. Stay tuned to those social medias at Go Mountain Lions on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for that update. Until then, we will see you back here at Mountain Lion Park for Game 3 tomorrow. Take it easy.